Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear student, welcome to the course Introduction to Cellular Network. Today we will discuss the GSM mobility, then we will see what is mobile station, then we will cover identifier in GSM network, and in last we will cover car routing in GSM. So let's start with GSM mobility. GSM mobility or roaming, actually there are two types of roaming. In one, inbound roaming, in which we roam within the network from one MSC to other MSC, and other is outbound roaming, in which we roam from one operator to other network operator or from one PLMN to other PLMN. So जिस PLMN से आप सब्सक्राइब हैं उसको हम होम PLMN कहते हैं, और जिस PLMN में आप करंट रिमूव कर गए हैं उसको हम विजिटिंग PLMN कहते हैं. In case of inbound roaming, when user move from one MSC to other MSC, in this case user subscription data or profile is not lie in the current MSC associated VLR. In this case, MSC requests the user home MSC for the subscription of profile data. When current MSC receive data, then he store this data into its associated VLR. As we already discussed, data in VLR is saved on temporary basis. Till then, user is in the coverage area of this MSC. In outbound roaming, current PLMN requests for subscription data of user for its subscribed PLMN. Then home PLMN first check the registration. If the user is registered, then it sends the information to the requested PLMN, and then that PLMN is stored this information into its VLR. And billing process also done by this PLMN on the basis of this data. Let's see this scenario with the help of a figure. When one subscriber move from PLMN A to PLMN B, it means वो outbound roaming कर रहा है. In this case, MSC of PLMN B requests the data of user from PLMN A MSC. MSC take the data from HLR and send the PLMN B, and then PLMN B save this into its own VL. Your call is in progress in all this scenario. When call is disconnected and user move, then its entry is also removed from VLR. That is GSM mobility. Know how we identify mobile set identity. There are two things in mobile set identity. One is mobile equipment and other is subscriber identification module, also called SIM. A subscriber identity is made by summing up these two identities, as you can see in this picture. Now, what is SIM? A SIM is a chip which is embedded inside a SIM card. We identify from SIM that at which subscriber network SIM card belongs. When we insert SIM card into our mobile set, then it registers in the HLR of GSM network, and mobile equipment is now personalized for this GSM subscriber. SIM card also contain another information card, IMSI, International Mobile Subscriber Information. We use IMSI for the advice of चार्ज पैरामीटर कि हमने रेट कैसे चार्ज करने हैं. अगर डाटा सर्विस है तो डाटा सर्विस के रेट कैसे चार्ज करने हैं, वॉइस सर्विसेज है तो वॉइस सर्विस के रेट जो हैं वो कैसे चार्ज करने हैं. एंड IMSI also maintain the operator specific emergency number. Let's see the identifier in GSM network. GSM use several types of identifier. First, GSM can use for routing purpose. Second, use for subscriber identification. Third is used for locating the HLR. If user is in other MSC, then how MSC identify that it is related to its own MSC. So this kind of data is also maintained with user identification. Let's see what is IMSI. IMSI stands for International Mobile Subscription Identity. This information is embedded in your SIM card. IMSI information is maintained in SIM software. In HLR, we also maintain the IMSI information with user data. This information can be used to determine roaming charges. As it is an international information, so with this we identify that from which country and network user belong. You can see in this figure that how IMSI information is formed. It is formed with the help of three fields. One is mobile country code, also called MCC, other is mobile network code, also called MNC, and third one is mobile subscriber identification, also called MSIN. That's how we identify any user in a network. Now what is International Mobile Equipment Identifier, also called IMEI? Mobile equipment identifier basically hard code on the mobile equipment and cannot be modified. It is used to identify mobile device. It is kept with the subscriber information in HLR. Other is identified in mobile station roaming number, also called MSRN. The purpose of MSRN is to route call from one mobile station to other mobile station. As they are limited in a network, so whenever there is a request for a call, the mobile switching center allocation new MSR to mobile user. When that call is released or disconnected, MSRN will also be released. Look at the scenario of MSRN in this figure. Whenever a MS mobile subscriber moves to visiting mobile switching center, then the VMSC first allocate MSRN. So once it acquires some MSRN number, then it sends this MSRN number to home switching center, and that home switching center will keep this information. So whenever there is an incoming call, that call is routed to this particular routed number. So purpose of MSRN make routing possible in a mobile scenario. The fourth identification in mobile station integrated service digital network number, also called MS-ISDN number. The MS-ISDN number is used to identify the subscriber when, among other things, establish a call that subscriber or sending an SMS to that subscriber. The MS-ISDN is not stored on the subscriber SIM card and is normally not available in MS. The MS-ISDN is provisioned in the HLR as a part of the subscriber profile and is sent to MSC during the registration. Now we have seen these different identifiers. We now see that how these identifiers are used when we request call and call is routed from landline user to a mobile user. In this figure, you can see that how call is established between a fixed subscriber and a mobile subscriber. One subscriber initiate call request. He sent his request to MS-ISDN number, and a fixed user send request to PSTN or ISDN exchange through destination MS-ISDN number. When this request goes to the gateway MSC, then it searches its HLR against this MS-ISDN number. If this number is found, the gateway MSC assigned equivalent mobile station roaming number called MSRN. If we want to connect other services area PSTN, then gateway MSC send this MSRN number to other service PSTN or ISDN exchange. Then this exchange forward this MSRN to connect to the MSC for which the user is connected. And when MSC receives MSRN, it sends the request through IMSI to mobile station, and when mobile subscriber acknowledges data, it means call is established between a fixed subscriber and mobile subscriber. In this way, a call is established. You can see in this picture that we have used 4 switching nodes. First switching node is done on first PSTN ISDN exchange, second is one gateway MSC, third switching is done on other PSTN ISDN number, and fourth one is on other exchange MSC/VLR. That is called routing on GSM. That is for the today topic. Take care. Allah Hafiz.